So I have the special winners for the CLL group, then we will do those first. So in terms of best poster, we have a second place and a first place, just so you know. So second place goes to the Myeloma, Lymphoma, and Leukemia Foundation of Barbados. Hyacinth's busy taking photos for their Together We Are One campaign. So Hyacinth, we have a certificate for you. Oh, we're going to get a picture. And then first place is actually going to CLL Ireland for Have We Connected With You program. So Michael. We have a lovely little trinket for you, as well as a certificate.
I'll have to pay to bring this home to the airport.
Well,
Thanks. Thanks very much, everybody. Thanks.
That's the picture.
Thank you. Oh, you need your certificate still.
Thanks very much. Oh,
Box it up.
thanks.
Congratulations. MPN.
Okay, so last year we decided that we were going to kind of nominate the Best Poster Award in memory of Franz Pross, who was one of the instigators of the MPN Advocates Network, who sadly passed away from his illness 3 or 4 years ago now. And so this is the Franz Pross Award. I'm not sure if it actually says it on it, but it's in memory of Franz. So runners-up position was the Max Foundation. So please come up and collect your certificate. And we have a congratulations, well done. Oh, a photo. We have a photo. And we have an unusual situation that we have joint winners. In kind of equal first place, Canadian Myeloproliferative Network, Canadian MPN Patient Advocacy, and the Korean Blood Association, Blood Cancer Association. We'd like to give the prize to the Korean group. There'll be another one coming along for you, Cheryl, okay? But you have this extra burden for your luggage allowance on the way home. Please come up. Well done. Thank you. Oh yeah, let's have us all together here. Well done. Thank you very much. Well done, Cheryl. Shall I go straight into? I need to get my notes. Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead.
What's that? What are we doing? Oh, okay.
It's who?
You don't have to.
4. It's on the bottom. It's on the bottom of my notes. So, John and I are back to where we started at the beginning of this, and we're going to share the microphone as we give our thanks to all of you for definitely attending and this amazing 3 days that you've let us share with you. On behalf of the CLL Advocates Network Steering Committee, I would just like to say, again, thank you to everybody, the speakers that came out and spoke with us. I know from our perspective, it was really important that we could get really good current medical information because there is so much changing in the CLL world out to our participants, and I think our doctors did an excellent job going from everything from the very basics of CLL right through current treatments and then the new things that are on the horizon, including CAR-T. I know it was a lot of information, and you guys did a great job tracking with that and staying on top of it. But please remember, if you have ongoing questions, that we're here for you. In terms of the many things that we learned as a steering committee over the last few days, I just want you to be assured we're going to go into a planning session in the near future and take everything that we've heard from you as well as other ideas that have percolated to the surface and create some good next steps for the network. We will be reaching back out to our members in the near future to talk about that and what we're trying to achieve and just make sure everybody is on side and make this really a network that is about all of us and that we all feel included and that we start to build a really strong CLL community globally who can share information and support each other as we move forward.
Thanks. I'd like to echo Lorna's thanks to the medical faculty who have been presenting to us over the past couple of days. I think we're extremely lucky that we happen to have in our orbit, if you like, the world's leading doctors in this field. And I think that's really a critical success factor. I'm sure it's one of the reasons that so many of you make the effort to come to these meetings is the opportunity to hear from those people. And again, we're very, very grateful for their contributions. I'd like to thank our sponsors. As you can see, putting on an event like this is a big deal. It costs a lot of money, and it would not happen without our sponsors. So from the MPN side, Novartis, thank you very, very much. Insight, CTI, and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
And from the CLL perspective, Janssen and AbbVie, as well as LLS, also supported our portion of the conference as well. So thank you again very much.
Specifically, I'd like to call out my steering committee, our steering committee. But before I name the individuals who are here, I'd like to recognize the contribution of somebody who's not here today. Ilse Jans, who you may remember from previous meetings, from Belgium, has been very ill this year, with an illness which we don't think is related to her MPN, actually. She's been struck down with a mysterious condition which has been very, very hard to figure out, and it's been distressing and painful for her. But we had news in the last few weeks that they appear to have found out what the underlying cause of her illness has been, and we think she's on the road to recovery. So we very much look forward to seeing her again next year and her picking up the reins on the steering committee. We've missed her a lot this year. So I'd just like to just recognise Ilse's contribution. The members of the steering committee who have really put this together from our side, Giora, who's had to get back to Israel to his family, Felice, I'm not doing this in any particular order, Felice, Werner, Peter, Robbie, and Bill. Thank you so much for your contributions over the year in putting this event together. And then a very, very special thank you to Cheryl Petruk, who's been absolutely amazing in making all of this happen. So thank you very much to the whole committee.
And just from the CLL perspective, we have Pierre, Nick is in the back, Michael over here, Yana Felice, who's an overachiever and is on everybody's committee in the front row. Thank you. Brian, I don't think is in the room right now, but a thank you to him as well. Everybody for getting together and getting this conference off the ground. We do appreciate it.
I'd also like to mention Vanya and Oliveira, who've been making the whole thing kind of run smoothly while we've been here over the past couple of days. Thank you very much. I think it's gone really, really well. And lastly, although Cheryl's holding up her hand here, from our side, I'd really, really like to recognize the contribution that Lydia's made to the event. It's really, really hard work making this happen. And I know a lot of you have been having kind of pestering emails, etc., over the past few weeks. I probably get more than most of you, but without those pestering emails, it just wouldn't happen. So, Lydia, thank you very much.
And if I can just add to that, where I live is 6 hours behind this time zone, and Lydia would be calling me at 9 o'clock at night my time, so it's like 2 and 3 in the morning, and she's still working on this conference, so we do really appreciate the dedication.
Do you have anything else to say?